Want to build your own neural network on TradingView? So let's get straight to it. Hello beautiful traders, I hope you're all going extremely well. My name's David and welcome to my channel where I go through trading strategies that I find on YouTube and on the web, and then I use code to debunk the bad ones and find the good ones. Today we're going to be looking back in time at an old trading strategy which came out about the same time when I started this YouTube channel. It was a very simplified version of a neural network made by a guy called Zach. It was one of my first profitable trading strategies that I ever traded, but unfortunately Zach just disappeared off of TradingView and the trading strategy is no longer available. I did save the code a long time ago, but I haven't looked back at it for a long time, so I thought today we might as well try and revive that trading strategy and maybe even make it even better and more versatile by being able to add the actual indicators that we want without having to use the preset ones that are in Zach's code. So I guess the best idea is to get straight over to my computer as always, and it'll be much easier for me to visually show you all of this and to go through the strategy together. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we are on my screen. I don't know if you remember this indicator. It was called the neural network. It was released by a guy called Zach Von. He's here. He built this trading strategy and I owe a lot to this guy because he gave me kind of the passion for all of the code that I have been building since. Unfortunately, he left TradingView and hasn't been since, I think, well, as far as I know, and we can't find the script anywhere. Luckily for me, I kept a copy of it on my hard disk and I still have it on my TradingView. It was one of the first successful trading strategies that I ever traded in the group. We found some really good settings for it and it really did make quite good success at the time. I stopped trading it when it was no longer on TradingView, but I'd like to come back today and revisit it. So this script works a little bit differently than most other scripts. Although it isn't technically a real neural network, it takes information from lots of different indicators all in one go. And then it makes a calculation using points. And if the points actually go over a threshold, which is manually set by yourselves, that threshold, once it's exploded, we either take a long or a short. So let's have a look at the settings very quickly of this trading strategy. So as you can see, we have a required score. So that is the threshold I was talking about. So if the number of points go above 10, we can take a long. And if they go above 10, we can take a short. So we now go down and we can see that there's a lot of indicators already baked into the neural network. If you're looking for a parabolic SAR, for instance, and you feel as though that indicator isn't one that you're interested in and doesn't give good results, you can set that to 0. That means that the indicator will completely ignore that. If you feel that super trends are brilliant and they're the best indicators out there, you can set the importance or the points, number of points that you give it as soon as the super trend reverses either to green or red, and you can give it to a number of points. So we've given it 4 points here. And that means that when the super trend goes green or red, we give the algorithm 4 points. As soon as it hits 10 points, it actually takes that entry. So it's pretty simple. The problem with this actual trading strategy is it's not very versatile. There isn't any risk management in there. There's no stop losses or anything like that. We have a buy and a sell signal. The buy signal takes out the sell signal. The sell signal takes out the buy signal. A kind of swing trading strategy, if you will. But that was pretty much it. We did have one thing that was in our favor that he added in his second version. This was this EMA line here, which allowed us to reduce the number of entries significantly by detecting the trend. Whether price was above the EMA, we were looking for longs, and when below, we were looking for shorts. For me, the strategy was absolutely brilliant and made me quite a lot of profit for a long time. And then it started to fall apart. There was a couple of other members in the group. You had to optimize it quite often because obviously trends changed and things like that. So today what I'm going to try and do is make it a little bit more versatile. We're going to add our boilerplate so that we can add risk management and more of a dynamic positions, so we can work out how much we want to put into each entry, and then we'll make it even better by allowing it to trade absolutely anything that you have on your screen. So for instance, you're using Market Cipher. I always use Market Cipher as an example. Not in the site is sponsored. It's an indicator that I liked at the very beginning, but anyway, If you're looking for Market Cipher to have those green dots printed, you'll be able to import that if it's on your screen into the indicator and actually put that as part of the neural network. So it's kind of a DIY neural network, and you'll be able to build your own strategy, build your own number of points, give each and every one of those indicators that are on your screen a number of points, and then you'll be able to trade it automatically with bots. Okay, so I'm going to go over, I'm going to code this and go straight over to my screen. Right, as you can imagine, I've already coded this. It's on my screen, ready for us to backtest. I won't be backtesting or doing like stats like I normally do, because there is no real strategy. You have to build your own strategy using your own indicators. It's a concept and idea. If you have an idea and you'd like to put some kind of AI into your trading strategy, this is the way to do it. I know that a lot of people were quite profitable with it before, but they wanted to add their own indicators. So I guess the best idea is get over my screen. But before I go, if you are enjoying the video, please don't forget to give it a good old thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Any comments would be really appreciated. It helps the channel to grow, and like I said the other day, we got up to 100,000. Okay, here I am on the screen with the AI Neural Network X Brain icon that I've made. This is the trading strategy. As you can see, it has the full boilerplate integrated like Botify and all of my trading strategies. So you'll now be able to add things like stop losses and take profits and things like that, which is absolutely brilliant. You'll get all of the backtesting results in this wonderful table over here. It may look extremely complicated at the beginning, probably is at the very, very beginning, but I think it'll actually be worth it as you go along. So let me go through the steps to building your own neural network on this strategy. First thing you're going to need to do is go over to indicators and add a couple of indicators to your screens. I'm going to add the RSI for good measure, as everybody knows the RSI. I have to scroll all the way down because I've made so many wonderful scripts here. Okay, and then I'm going to add something like the MACD. Same goes, going to have to scroll down. We're going to add the MACD here, the moving average convergence divergence just here. Okay, there's two indicators on our screen. Now I'm going to go over to the AI neural network to press this cog button over here. As you can see, it is very, very much a build your own system, a lot like Botify is, which is build your own system. This is build your own neural network, where you don't really know how it works, but it might work, you never know. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to choose an indicator. It's going to be this area here, first indicator. We have up to 10 indicators. You can import up to 10 indicators. So we're going to go first indicator. My first indicator, if you click over here, is going to be the RSI. Now I want my RSI to be over 50 or below 48. That's going to be my shorts or longs positions, entries. So if I go over here and go to the base and we go, if first indicator is more than a fixed level, it can either be more than a fixed level or a second indicator. If more than a fixed level, so my fixed level is 52, we want to take an entry. It is activated. I have to make sure it's activated just here. And then I'm going to go over for shorts. I'm going to write first indicator has to be less than our fixed level. So if RSI is above the 50 level here, we're going to take longs, and if it's below, we're looking for shorts. Okay, so then we have to give the algorithm a number of points. Our algorithm, if we scroll all the way down to the bottom here, has a total of points that you'll be able to find somewhere in here, just here. Required strong or long points. So the total is 10. So the idea behind here is 10 is our threshold. If the number of points go above the threshold, we get an entry. So I'm going to go over and give that 5 points, 5 points, and 5 points. Okay, let's go down to the second indicator now. Now the second indicator, we're going to choose the MACD because we have it on our screen as well. So we're going to use MACD over here, the MACD line. MACD line is this blue line here. The orange line is the signal line. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to actually set to 0 because it's actually a 0 line on the MACD and not a 50 line. So just like that, we're going to activate the second one here. We're going to go down just slightly and we're going to say, okay, the first indicator value has to be more than the fixed level. And then we're going to go down and we're going to go the first for shorts because these are red dots, so they're shorts. The first indicator has to be less than the fixed level. And then we're going to give it 5 points. So now we should start to see some entries on our screen pop up. You'll have to give it a couple of minutes to load. It is a bit slow at first. And as you can see, I have lots of entries all over my screen right now for this trading strategy. Now, I don't suppose that this we will take all of them. You'd need to go through and try and build a much better trading strategy yourself. But the idea is quite good behind it. I'm currently in Optimiser mode. Normally, you'd have all of the tables with the backtesting results and things like that. You can go down and add even more indicators. Like I said, there's up to 10 indicators. Now, like I said, it isn't an if or. It has to be all of them, or some of them are going above that 10 those 10 points, or you can set a higher number if you want it to be more strict. Generally, a higher number used to be better for us. That means that more indicators are giving points to get to that point. So if you've got 10 indicators and you have a strategy that you'd like to build around that, you can do that. We also have a force exit here, so you can force exit, for instance, if price comes back below an EMA. You can add that indicator to your screen as well. That will force you out of a position if price comes back below or above. There is my normal risk management systems behind it, like you can set your take profits to ATRs or fixed positions and things like that. And the wonderful thing is you'll be able to use the backtester for TradingView to see whether the trading strategy is profitable or not. So I'm really happy that we've been able to bring this one back. Hopefully I'll be able to find out some more real real-term AI. I know there's a couple of AI scripts out there. Maybe I'll be able to go in and have a look and maybe even make those probabilities a bit more automatic and using our AIs for the probability instead of using fixed values. That would be absolutely perfect. A little bit of a word of warning. Obviously, you don't know how every entry is being made. That was one of the problems with the original script. Went through a long period of probability with the trading strategy myself, and then it started sloping quite a lot. And like I said, I had to optimize it quite often. But it was a bit of fun. It was enjoyable to make as a script. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's available on TradingView. You can find the links to TradingView, Patreon, and all of those wonderful things down in the description. Before I leave, guys, if I could just take a couple of seconds of your time, I'm currently working on a new project called Leader.trade. It's open to beta testers and anybody who wants to sit in the waiting list. It's a trading bot for Telegram where I'm going to put all of my best strategies into a trading bot, plus a load of on-chain data, and so you'll be able to copy trades from whales on-chain and things like that. It's really, really exciting. I'm really excited about this project myself, and all of it will be wrapped around an ecosystem that I'm building and hopefully will be releasing in the middle of September. So guys, thank you very much for joining me in this wonderful venture of TradingView and hopefully now Telegram. I look forward to the rest of the week with you guys. I will be in Discord for about an hour every day this week. Come and join me if you want. I'll answer as many questions as I possibly can about anything trading that I've learned on the way. Take care, keep safe. I look forward to seeing you all. Don't forget, trade like a boss, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye bye.